Hey guys, welcome to the Courage Collective. It is Words of Encouragement Sunday. So, today, what I want to talk about is the future. Today, I want to open your mind to what life could look like a year after leaving this abusive, toxic relationship. 1 year after leaving an abusive partner does not mean that life is suddenly perfect. Healing, again, is not about forgetting what happened to you, it's about reclaiming your life. Every every person who has dealt with what we have dealt with, our healing timeline is going to look different. There is no right pace. Some people reach these milestones sooner, some later, and both of those are completely okay. Your nervous system has to begin how to learn how to feel safer. You are not constantly waiting for the next argument, the next explosion. The silence in your home is going to start to feel peaceful instead of suspicious and leave you with this feeling of waiting for the other shoe to drop. Your body slowly learns that not every day, every situation is a crisis. Anxiety is still going to exist, but it is not going to control every single moment of your life. You start to trust yourself again. You find that making decisions becomes a little bit easier. You stop asking for permission before you do everything. Your opinion matters to you again. You recognize that your instincts were never crazy. It was never you being dramatic. It was you trying to protect yourself. And self confidence is going to grow through all of those consistent and small daily choices. Your identity is going to begin to return. You rediscover hobbies and goals that you've given up. You remember what genuinely makes you laugh, what makes you happy. You wear whatever clothes you want because you like them, not because somebody else is approving or disapproving. Your personality starts to shine through again, and you stop identifying solely by what happened to you. And relationships are going to start to feel different. Healthy relationships become easier to recognize. You spend less time having to explain your boundaries. You begin expecting respect instead of simply hoping that you're going to get it. And some relationships may come to an end because you no longer tolerate people crossing your boundaries, or they're tolerating their unhealthy behavior towards you. You learn that your peace has to be more important than pleasing everybody else. Your inner voice is going to start to change. That abusive voice in your head is going to start to become more quiet and more quiet and more quiet. You stop over criticizing yourself for every single mistake that you make. You develop self compassion that slowly starts to replace that self blame. You begin celebrating these small accomplishments, these progresses, instead of chasing perfection. And you begin to realize that healing includes and starts with speaking kindly to yourself. Your boundaries are going to become stronger. Saying no to people over things that you are not comfortable with is going to start to feel less frightening. You stop feeling responsible for everybody else's emotions. You understand that protecting your peace, your safety, your happiness, your comfort is not a selfish thing to do. You become comfortable disappointing people who expected unlimited access and unconditional access to you. And your boundaries become a sign of self respect rather than a sign of guilt. And you get to this point where you can start to experience joy without feeling guilty for being happy. You laugh immediately without feeling like something bad is going to immediately happen. Small moments become more meaningful again. You can start to learn how to enjoy holidays and birthdays and milestones with less fear. You realize that happiness begins feeling safe instead of like something that is just fleeting and temporary. And you realize that you're allowed to enjoy your life, and you give yourself permission to enjoy your life. Your financial and personal independence grows. You gain confidence learning how to manage your own life. You begin setting goals that once felt out of reach or impossible to you. Whether you're rebuilding credit, finding work, returning to school, anything, every single thing that you do counts. And independence starts to feel empowering rather than overwhelming. You recognize your ability to create stability, and that is such a pivotal moment in healing. Triggers still are going to happen. Certain dates, places, sounds, words, those things may still set you off, may take you back to a place that you don't want to go to. And healing doesn't involve never being triggered again. The difference is that being triggered is no longer going to define the rest of your entire day. Developing coping skills that help you recover more quickly is pivotal. Progress is measured by those small steps of recovery, not perfection. And you stop surviving one day at a time and you begin to plan for this future that never felt possible to you before. These dreams that you once had for yourself start to become to feel more realistic and obtainable again. You recognize that your strength isn't just in simply surviving, but rebuilding. You begin believing that you deserve a healthy love and safety and peace, and you start to expect and accept nothing less than that. Your past may be a chapter of your story, but you don't have to let it be the entirety of your book. If you have recently left, remember that even just 12 months can bring upon such incredible and pivotal change for you. There's going to be good days, there's going to be bad days. I think it's very important to not compare the timeline of your healing journey to anybody else's. And 1 year from now, you could be looking back at this version of you who left that abuser, left that person that you cared so much, that purposefully hurt you, and finally realize that that was the bravest choice that you have ever made. Because there is a life that exists after abuse, there is hope after fear, and there is a future where peaceful and safety and comfort and love becomes your new normal. So, with that, I leave you guys. Tune in tomorrow.